Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Trade Ideas Live Trading Room Recap for Tuesday, April the 4th. My name is Barry Anderson. I'm the moderator of your trading room. This is the address to get into the room, and the room is open. I usually open around 8:45 and go to up to 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. I share my screen, and I'm live on the mic all day long. All right, well, really, there's only one trade for me to talk about today, and that is Cali. This worked out to be a sensational trade, actually, and a lot of people in the room profited from it. And this is the reason why we're in Cali. Now, those of you who are in the room, and or if you're not in the room but you've listened to my the videos, you know that at 3 o'clock every day, this is Eastern Time, of course, I go over what I call the evening scan. And basically what it is I'm looking for stocks that might have continuation the next day. These are stocks that are up, I think it's 5% or down 5%. So continuation either up or down. And we identify them. I go over them at 4 o'clock, at 3 o'clock. And then personally, I go over them at 4 o'clock for myself. Anyway, bottom line is this, is that Cali was identified yesterday. You can see that this has had a big pop up. And so I had said to everybody this morning, I said, let's watch this for a two break. And so it triggered. I got a two break on it. I actually got in at 205. Let me get rid of that. It actually, let's get back to the 5-minute time frame here. So I got into the trade right about here. I have a lot of lines here. I was just marking up different alert areas for me. Just wanted to know where when certain prices were hit. So I think the trade was right here. Anyway, I took a quick profit at 215, and then I actually got stopped out as it moved back down under 2. Sort of as a wash trade. I took 10 cents on the first and I lost 9 cents on the second. So it was sort of a washout trade. However, I did get back into the trade right at 210. Put a mark. I got back into the trade right here. Right here as it fell back down, got over 2, and then I basically took the trade right here. So I did trade some out at 233. And now I was able to really hold on through all of this area because I did sell some out at 233. And then look what's happened for the rest of the day. All of a sudden, look at all this volume. These are all volume bars on the 5-minute. Look at all the volume that is just pouring in on this one. And, I sold some at 290. I was wondering if it would break 2. I sold some at 290. I sold some at 305. And I'm still holding on. And this could turn into a swing trade. Though, I mean, I have a tough time believing that it's going to get through here. But you never know. You just absolutely never know. I mean, it's poked up through here. I'll probably hold the rest as long as it holds 3. But so far, this has been just a tremendous trade. I mean, it's up 78% right now. So this was turned into be a tremendous trade. And, you only need really one great trade. And that was the one. I had a couple of other ones, but really inconsequential. One of the things is, of course, is the Chinese premier is coming in. I don't know if he's in already, but this week to meet President Trump. And we're noticing a lot of these China stocks are starting to pop. So, we do have a China channel in our channel bar. So, I'll probably take a couple of the windows out of there and just really monitor them well because these China stocks would really pop this week. This one is, this came out of nowhere as far as I'm concerned. I mean, look, it just got kicked. 2 or 3 weeks ago, and now, it's almost recovered everything. So anyway, just a great trade for a lot of people in our room, and it's gratifying when a plan works out. I said that it's always fun to have some stocks to be to kind of look forward to the next day. Obviously, when we do our pre-market work, we see the stocks that are moving and all in the pre-market, and that's great. Of course, that's great. But it's always nice to have some stocks that maybe trigger on a price alert based on something that you might have placed the day or two before, and that really work out well. And of course, hard to get really hard to get a better play than this one. So anyway, I want to get back into the room. So this is a quick video, but again at 11 o'clock. Sorry, 11 o'clock at 3 o'clock Eastern time. That's when I go over these evenings, what I call the evening scans. I call it the evening scan because typically I would do it. I'm on the West Coast, so I mean, it's 4 o'clock my time, but evening on the East Coast, and just looking at the ones that were up and down the most with certain other filters in play, just to see if there could be a chance for continuation. Now, we don't know. All I'm doing really is when I see something like this, so I'm seeing this, but I'm looking on the daily and weekly chart to see if there's any void, and of course there was. So that's why this was, the number one priority for me to keep an eye on a two break. So the first time didn't quite work, but the second time was, well, as they say at Seinfeld, it's gold, Jerry. All right, thanks very much for listening. And again, I open the room at about 8:45 and Eastern time, and I get live on the mic at 9. So I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Again, in the text, you will see we're having our test drive of trade ideas next week. Excuse me, in which you can have our entire program, real-time streaming, the whole bit, our TI Trade Ideas Premium service. That's the entire package that we have. For 5 trading days, it'll be Monday to Thursday and next Monday. Unfortunately, we forgot that Friday was a holiday. So it'll be Monday to Thursday and the following Monday, 5 trading days. It'll cost you $8.88, and you'll have access to everything. And I would encourage you to come into the trading room, of course, because I will probably spend a lot of the time trying to teach people how to use trade ideas a little bit. Not so much teaching people how to trade, but just the ins and outs of using trade ideas. So thanks for listening, and I hope to see you in our trading room tomorrow. Bye-bye.